Get down. Get down. Punch, 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 punch. Get down. Punch, 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 punch.
Another episode of the Mail Room. I'm your host, Amar Rashawn. To my right,
you got Big City Chicago stand up, city boy.
That's what it is. To my left,
Crystal Sessoms, aka Sable LaCour, hold it down for the ladies.
Yes, she is.
all right over here.
Hey, y'all know who it is. Sean Money. Let's go.
What's going on with it, King Day?
I'm here from Labor Ready, Labor Finders. They told me it was an opportunity to make some money. Being King David, the comedian, in all one word, no spaces. I don't tell jokes. I make people laugh all the way in the building. Let's go.
LOL. Come on. LL.
At some point in time, I will become what they call a certified bartender instead of unofficial alchemist.
I like that.
Okay. All the way to the left, my homeboy.
I am Slick Griff, aka DJ Camouflage, aka Nigga with the Helmet, aka Dark Chocolate, aka Milk Chocolate, aka Mr. Caramel, aka Mr. 1738.
He taking pills and shit.
God damn it. Say it all. AKA Big Bag of
AKA
Chocolate
Mr.
with roaches in
Adderall.
it.
AKA Double Go.
There's no caramel in your lane, sir. There's no caramel in your lane.
And last but not least, is Scott, the original Box Pop, aka Valedictorian. I heard that.
Goodness, man. So,
Let's get into it.
The show's over. The intro took so goddamn
I told you.
We out
Hey,
of
why don't
time.
they just listen to me,
Thank
bro?
you. Good night. God bless.
Cannot stay on script. That's all right. Get into it, man.
Let's talk about today, Amar.
So
yeah.
we got a few things that we was running through, but one thing that hit the platform that I think is a major issue is addictions.
Yeah.
Those addictions that's not really discussed, like addiction to sugar. I love sugar myself.
Is this an individual? Are y'all trying to get me? God felt like it was an individual when I walked in.
Hey, you sprung the damn trap too early, boy. We had him. We had him.
This is my cue.
Nah. See, now you run all these topics. No, real talk though. Everybody, we know some of everybody. No matter who you are, your life is touched by somebody that's dealing with some type of addiction. Now we're gonna go ahead and rule out the major areas that's getting all the press. You talk about addiction to drugs. You talking about addiction to social media. You talking about addiction to sex. We're gonna take them off the table and talk about them things that are just as deadly, just as much of a negative effect, but not getting that much press.
Yeah, like a box of
Give me an
oatmeal
example,
pies
Sid.
on the way to bed. Just
Give me an example.
all that sugar. Just
You
sugar.
took off some major ones.
Yeah,
He took out the key one. Major one.
So I want y'all to get on the bus and I want y'all to go with me for a second.
That's right.
Cause I'm finna get in your head.
Come on, Freddy Krueger.
Alright, got it. We're gonna talk about dopamine, y'all.
Dopamine.
Oh, I can relate.
We're gonna talk about dopamine.
Okay. What it is.
Is that not everything? Yes, it is. Everybody in this room, pretty much everybody in this world that either has a mobile device or has internet access has some level of dopamine addiction.
So just to clarify a little bit, because some people may be lost with that.
Yeah.
So have you found yourself one day picking up the phone, you start off on Facebook, you hit somebody's profile, you hear the video, 45 minutes later you done scroll through like 150 different doggone videos, like how the fuck I spend all this time on this phone?
Your legs sleep as hell sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, I can relate.
Charlie horse cramp.
That's me.
Man.
That's me.
When you stand up, you can't stand up straight because your back got a permanent hunch.
Toilet for an
Can't get
hour.
it back in your neck.
Thighs on fire. But go ahead.
That's
Go
dopamines running through you. You seeing stuff that just steady pleasure. You can't stop going, can't stop. Some people well, that's a whole nother subject.
Well, this the
Yeah,
thing.
I knew it was that.
Take your parachute off.
I was waiting. When y'all was talking about Instagram, I was like, shit, I've been on Pornhub. I was waiting till I waited till I got to the right video, paused it at the section I wanted to get back to.
That
and came
is,
back.
man. I got
2 days
specifics
later.
that I like to look at one.
Yeah.
What you like?
Man.
Solo jack. You
Ladies and gentlemen, we just to let y'all know we are already off the rails.
Come on,
So,
with the ladies in there, huh?
yeah.
Come on, this.
My bad.
You got earplugs for the babies.
Oh, nah.
No,
I have
nah.
no earplugs. Well, they should be okay, though.
It's a baptism by fire.
It's about
Yeah,
they
apologize.
They
They
done
heard
heard
a
a
lot.
lot at home, so.
It's about their 10th time in this environment.
But
Yeah.
this is the thing. So back to the point. So the addiction I want to talk about is dopamine,
Dopamine.
and then a short summary here's what it is. It is what's called a neurotransmitter. Okay, it is not a chemical that directly causes pleasure. What it is a motivator. So what it does is it motivates you to do the same thing again that brings you pleasure. So that's scrolling on social media. That's sex. That's doing drugs. It's whatever it is that you derive pleasure from. And the problem today is you have all of these micro doses of dopamine you're put into your bodies when you scroll, when you see somebody done like your picture, when you see somebody done like your post. What it is, you high all the time. Because when you high, there is an equal opposite reaction in your brain. You got to come down from that high.
Well,
That's where we get our anxiety, our depression from, and our fear of being alone. Because we get up high and then we go low. The next thing we know, we're trying to get that same thing. And what happens? The same thing don't work for you.
well,
So you got to get more of it to get more of your drug.
they don't hear you.
That is the cycle that we are in. Everybody,
Well,
in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
So you're saying the United States government has decided to drug the entire country with dopamine?
Yeah, yes, sir. I think that's what he's saying.
You think it's a conscious decision?
I got
I wasn't going
I
there.
got
Was you watching
$20
and listening? I wasn't going there.
When the collection plate come around, I got $20.
You got what I mean? Pastor Duran is just putting it on.
But hold on.
Yeah.
I think they came
I don't
up-
think you understand the extent of this.
What
You're
they-
under a spell right now. Everybody.
Okay, so it wasn't the U.S. government, it was the pharmaceutical industry.
Pharmaceutical
No, it was everybody.
pharmaceutical industry don't make technology, man. They make pharmaceuticals, nigga.
they the biggest drug dealers.
That depends on the company.
But they merge though.
Hold on.
That
We
depends
on
on the
dopamine now. We on dopamine.
All of it keeps us high.
Right.
All of it does.
Now, the
we are
biggest
high off of
dopamine-
social media. We are high off of all kinds of drugs. We are just high and in a cycle. Just keep on going in this same circle, looking for pleasure in so many different ways. It's not just social media.
And the
I think they studied
And,
women.
and the drugs
And the music,
are
too.
and the music, yeah, it's a lot
Getting
going
high off
on.
of
And if
solitude.
you don't take some time to pull yourself away from these things in order to protect your mental health, and you're just going to keep spiraling in a way, and a lot of people don't even realize what it is. They're sad or depressed about something. There's some level of depression, and they don't even know really where it's coming from because there's so many things
Bring it home to
coming
'em.
at us
I can
at
relate.
one time.
So you.
But I think we got something for the studio.
We got some audience participation.
We got
Come on,
some-
man. Come on up, bro. Ain't no halfway. Come your ass all the way up to the microphone and spit what you got to
And
say.
yes, you
boy,
will
boy.
be on camera.
Let's get it.
Spit your dopamine
Let's
out.
get it.
Good evening, good evening.
Say your
How's
name.
everybody?
Oh, we're doing fine.
Peace, peace. Nah, I just
That was for the choir.
Yeah.
say that again.
It's only one deep voice man up in here. That's him.
That was for the choir song right there.
Yeah.
I don't know
You are
what y'all
listening
talking
to
about.
95.7.
Now, but real quick though, just to piggyback on from what everybody's saying, and not taking away, but just to add on, just to ask, you said keeping on track and keeping about dopamine.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people know what you really are talking about. Besides just the experience or the feeling, but just to bring it back to perspective, as it says, okay, how does dopamine make you happy? When we experience pleasurable events like eating satisfying food, sexual activity, or drug use, our body releases dopamine. Our brain then associates the release of dopamine with pleasure and creates a reward system, which then brings us to the rabbit hole of life.
I like goals, bro. I
Dis-
remember
Appreciate the reinforcement, bro.
Disobedience.
So
I'm just
that,
saying. Just,
that explains like
Appreciate that.
I don't know about the
I
rap.
can sum that up. I can sum that up, my brother. It's a movie called Vampire in Brooklyn, and Eddie Murphy said, "Evil is good." You ain't get that.
No.
You ain't just have a piece of evil ass. You won't be here.
But just for clarity, some dopamine in some way is positive. So I'm just want to make sure.
It's a difference between the two.
If you, let's say you get a good workout on and that brings you pleasure, your body is going to produce dopamine, but from something that's
good
positive
release. That's a good release
for
right
you,
there.
right?
That
It's
is
a
a good release.
it's a good release.
It's a
Would that
dopamine.
be adrenaline?
It's dopamine.
No, sir.
it's not.
No, that's dopamine.
Adrenaline is something that is
That
invoked from
pushes
your
you.
fight or flight response.
There you go. Well, I like to
I'm
be sitting
glad
over here
you
with
said
smart
that.
people. That's smart people.
That's right, right.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
So basically
I like that.
what we saying is dopamine, it varies from person to person. Most definitely. So
It does.
what may create dopamine in one person may not create the
That's
same,
correct.
the same
Right.
effect of the next
That's
person.
correct.
So it's isolated to the individual.
But everybody has it. Everybody's brain is trying to keep their levels balanced. Whatever you derive pleasure from is going to tilt it in a positive or negative direction.
Right.
If it's more the negative direction, the crash will be worse when you come down, and that is what reinforces the negative behavior,
So-
especially if you're associated with pleasure. You're going to chase that thing, and that's how you wind up in that addiction cycle.
So-
even with the simplest of things.
so food can be a dopamine.
Absolutely.
So
Who does not?
explains my
People,
600
everybody
pound
in here
body.
arrives pleasure from eating some type of food,
So-
whether it's chocolate, whether it's sweets,
All
whether
that
it's something
thing is
expensive.
funny.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
All the sweet
Huh?
Let's not get
Potato
too far.
chips?
I'm working on
Huh?
me, okay? I seen one of y'all look at my stomach, and
we
I'm
keep
working
this guy
on
out of
it.
this.
We can't leave out liquor. Okay, you happy now?
Yeah, we gonna leave it out. But
Yeah,
no,
leave it out.
this is what I'm saying because you brought up dopamine.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm about to say is somewhat controversial, and even though they made a movie about it, it was kind of amusing. So let's say there's an argument between partners. Now, yes, I'm using a generic term of partners.
No, say between a man and a woman. I like that.
Okay, fine. Let's say there's an argument between a man and a woman,
old school.
such as two can play that game.
I love that movie.
Now, there was that one scene where he was at home, he was despondent, he was not feeling well.
What was that
There go
word?
your word for the day. Despondent.
It is fine.
There's your word for the day.
We
Despondent.
got a word for the day.
What does despondent mean?
Hey, cool. Where that bell at, man?
And somebody got a buzzer or something that can go, hey, something like that. We got our word for the day. The word is despondent.
word of the day.
Despondent means basically, in a generic sense, despondent is nothing more than the meaning sad.
You down bad.
You're downtrodden. You are in a negative sense, walking through life as if the sun doesn't shine on you. Because there ain't no sunshine when she's gone, right?
Hi, Bill.
Now,
Hey, what?
now, and Two can play that game. He went to her house and did what? He transferred the energy. His negative went into her. Because go ahead and ring the bell before I even get finished. I need that to get it out the way.
Come on, what you got?
Now, the dopamine he felt after he started that argument, because he transferred the negative energy into her that she gave to him.
He gave it back.
Oh, he gave it back tenfold. Go ahead, hit the bell again. Hit the bell. Thank you very much. Now, energy transfer, because a lot of the stuff, the terms and everything we talk about is science. Now, metaphysically, psychologically speaking, dopamine comes from a feeling that is given to you upon a physical act. So when Two can play that game, he started an argument, he felt good, she felt like shit,
Boom.
and there you have it, dopamine.
Dopamine, ladies and gentlemen. Why is the cameraman cracking up? Hey, do we have any
Because he,
Anybody-
like everybody else in the audience, is trying to figure out what just happened.
anybody in the audience got any questions?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on to the microphone and ask questions.
I was told to keep things brief, so I do that.
That wasn't Reef for
I
number
like that
one.
movie. I like that movie, matter of fact.
Watch 2 can play that game. How about that?
That's a good movie.
Was that brief enough for you?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so what do we do about this problem that we have with things that produce dopamine in a negative way?
I think we have to
What do
break
we
it up
do?
into segments.
What do we do?
Like, where are you getting that
What do
from?
you all
Who
do?
craves the most
Do y'all just
dopamine?
scroll all day? Or what? And then what are y'all looking at?
Who craves the most dopamine?
Who craves the most dopamine?
No.
What you think,
What are
men
y'all
and women?
all
Between
looking
men and
at?
women?
to
You know
get
it.
the
You know it's
dopamine?
y'all. You know it's y'all.
I just think y'all just be up here saying it's women just so I can get
No.
crazy up here.
Who craves the most dopamine?
Hold on, hey, can you stop?
Wait a minute, wait, stop.
Who seeks the most pleasure?
Y'all gotta
Who seeks the
chill.
most pleasure, men or women?
Wait a minute. Wait a
Who
minute.
seeks the
That's-
most
That,
pleasure?
if you look at the rabbits and the
That's a great question.
She say facts. I like that.
And y'all ain't saying nothing.
I wanna hear from
I
a-
need somebody to answer.
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
I was saying
How
so,
many- Okay, is
You gonna say what?
hold on, is
Women?
can I-
in a
hold on,
sexual
let me-
I'm gonna leave it alone.
on a sexual sense of it. How many toys can you find for a female versus a male? First and foremost, so women got a whole laundry list. of
1,001.
toys for everything.
Well,
On that level,
the toys help us create time and space for our personal pleasure.
That is a
How often,
diversion.
wait a
We're
minute,
not gonna
wait a
let you
minute.
divert. We're not
How
gonna let
often
you
do
do
you
that.
all touch yourselves throughout a day?
Hey, first and
I can
foremost,
Our toys set aside time for our own personal and sexual pleasure.
I wanna say this.
The time is
Don't
set
cancel
aside.
me.
But
That wasn't the
how
question.
often
That wasn't the
are y'all
question.
hold
That
on,
wasn't the
let her
question.
finish. Let her finish.
seeking
That wasn't the
pleasure? Seeking pleasure. How often is porn in your face?
Mama, I love you.
From the
That depends on how much you look for.
How often do you need
You want to do some search histories right now?
stimulation from a woman?
I bet you I come in last
So
place.
you all are saying that women seek pleasure more than
Wrong.
men.
You saying y'all. You ain't heard that come from me.
Okay, somebody up here
Have
said
constant
women
validation.
Okay.
seek more pleasure than men.
He talking about one type.
And he got his
That's
hand up.
sexual.
This one over here said it.
I kind of agree.
This one got his hand halfway up.
So I was just
I'm gonna be real.
get that boy right there. Get that boy right there. Get it.
Come on
Get it.
come on with it. Come
Go
on.
ahead,
Need a
man.
constant text message.
Cause I'm
Constant phone call.
gonna be real.
Hold
I'm
on,
gonna be real.
Sean. Hold on.
Go ahead.
That's a Pisces. He seek pleasure all
Oh,
every
here we
second
go
of
with
the
that.
You trying to say he's straight in the water?
Hey,
Oh man. Go ahead, man.
Pisces.
leading the witness.
My bad.
He said leaving the
My bad.
Your witness,
Hey, yeah, I watch porn all the time.
What I just said. What I just said.
he's not representative of the entire panel.
He is not.
Amar should know this.
Amar.
How you know this?
He a Scorpio.
You can't ask Amar to violate
Not,
that.
look, we're not playing your signs.
Sticky fingers down there does not represent the whole panel.
I didn't say I beat off a lot. I just said I watch it.
It's just on the TV.
A man,
You know that glass
I
stuck
got
in
a
your
lot of free
hand.
apps, man.
first
Free
of
apps.
all, a man
I got
can
a lot
wash
of free
himself
apps.
as fast as he want to wash himself in the shower without any argument. Let me wash myself as fast as I want to. That's on me. But it's going back to the point that there are more feminine toys than there are
Yeah,
masculine
just
toys.
they are.
So y'all got more stuff for us. So
That don't mean we
They got the main machine, bro. They got that machine.
Products for us. That
That
doesn't mean that we
machine.
seek
Jackrabbit,
pleasure
the
more.
Jack.
No, the main jump.
Jackrabbit?
I want to give an example. I want to
Yeah,
give an
that's
example
a
on this
song.
particular.
Look, and the women in the audience are like, what? You don't even
Shit.
know.
They got up in
You
there.
don't even know what you're talking about, sir. The jackrabbit.
I'm gonna say now. Hold on. Now I'm gonna keep it real.
Keep it a buck, please.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a band. When it comes to the relations aspect, we are more. We go harder than women. Women can abstinate or they can abstain longer than we can.
What's
That's a-
abstinate?
Hold on, I'm being real.
Don't worry about it.
That's
Hold
hold
on,
on.
I got you.
Hold on, top. Yeah.
The audience don't think that's a word.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Take his cup. Take his cup.
Hey, don't be petty like that. You know what he's trying to say, man.
All right, go ahead.
It's a
I
word.
think he just used it wrong.
It's a word.
Don't praise
Listen,
God.
I'm trying to get the bell. Abstinate. Yeah, I'm giving myself the bell. Listen, It's a
Why I
fact.
gotta be a Nate on it?
Abstain. Hold on.
Where did Nate come from?
I want to be completely clear. I
Abstain.
am completely doing PR work because I got a career in comedy. But
Abstain.
Go ahead.
yeah, thank you, Amali. But women do abstain more than we do. They can abstain longer than we can. Towards or no towards, like they can abstain longer than I know women be saying I done went 2-3 years and I'm like, man, I can't go 2-3. Do you believe that?
Thank you for being real and keeping it honest. Thank you, because my people around this panel don't want to really tell the truth.
No, I'm gonna be real. It's not about the believability aspect. It's about I was a young man growing up with a single mother, and I knew that my mother was in the household for the most part every day, except for when she said she was going out to get some groceries.
I'm gonna tell you, she was going to get some groceries at 2 in the morning. Yeah, she had to get some bologna at 2 in the morning.
Everything with y'all leave back to
ain't gonna go get you. No, I'm not arguing on that fact. I'm saying as a if you look at it from the way it boiled down, I don't know where my father was at. I don't know what he was doing. I know he got multiple kids. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. However, I do know that my mother was in the house more often than my father. You feel what I'm saying? And for a fact, as I got older and became a man, I knew what type of man my father was. Mm-hmm. So I know that he did 10 times more than my mother, not for the simple fact that he wanted to, but that women can abstain longer than men. I'm just throwing it out there. Hey,
Wait a minute.
Don't kill me. They voted me off.
If y'all don't see that, I'll tell you why.
Hold on,
I agree with that, and I'll tell you why.
Check this out. So, I say, in abstaining, yeah, as far as not being with another dude. Now, not being with a dude.
No,
a
listen.
female not being with a dude.
Answer yourself this question. In a relationship, in a relationship, right? When you're at home, right? Who wants sex first? You or her?
It's probably gonna be me. It's gonna be.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. In a relationship, we can't.
No,
we want it more than the woman. It's not
that women think about sex.
I'm trying to do it every day, all day.
CDC.
She might be like, look, let's do it once a month.
No,
I'm every day, all day.
So check this out.
Baby drinking.
She cooks some eggs. I'm ready to goddamn. Oh, good.
Start something up.
Okay, abstaining from touching yourself altogether. A woman might go 3 years without having sex. That don't mean she gonna go 3 years without touching herself on that round. So they don't tell that part.
Oh, Chris, what's up?
Yeah, once again though, I still feel like you all seek pleasure more. Like you all have to have the pleasure more. That doesn't mean that we as women don't want pleasure, but we are more focused in a way where we don't have to have it all the time.
So you going 3 years not touching yourself 3 years straight.
Yeah, just because you ain't having.
That's what you was told. That's what you was told.
I've had enough of this. It's time to go in.
Shut it down.
They more classy. Y'all more classy.
Okay.
I'm not going 3 years without touching myself. No.
Okay, you brought up a good point, because I was about to get back to what Dave was saying. Yeah, I do believe it's easier for a woman to abstain from intercourse. That don't mean she ain't touching herself, bro.
Hello?
She's still having some kind of
So, hold
sex.
on, let me ask you.
Y'all are missing the point that I'm
She's still having some kind of sex,
I'll be
man.
real.
And that's why, because of the way women are wired to form a connection prior to sex. We don't need that to have sex.
I can sew all three of y'all's up together.
I ain't getting sold up in them.
No, I can sew. We talking about the pleasure zone. So women get what you call, like, we talking about dopamine and all that stuff, right? So women get compliments and everything. So they dopamine hitting all day. You can take any woman in here, whether she's screwing a gnat, and she still got 10, 20 cats in her inbox. So that's a dopamine hit.
Is that true?
And hold on. So you can go to
Bruh, my ear, nigga, my ear.
That's
They
true.
saying, yeah. Everybody out there saying,
cut it
yeah.
out, man.
All right, Sean, go ahead.
You have to know. So you can go to a club, a bar, anything, and a woman still get a dopamine hit, even though if you walked over there and be like, hey, how you doing? And she'll shoot you down. She still got a dopamine hit.
That's a fact.
Y'all, they get dopamine hits all day.
So, hold on, let's stay on that. So you think women derive pleasure from shooting a man down that approaches her?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A lot of women.
I wouldn't say that.
She get
That's not what I got.
You agree?
That's not what I got. What
She
I got
agreed.
from what he's saying is that makes her feel good. So all day.
Just that you got that
she's
attention.
being
You derive
pushed in a
pleasure.
way.
We ain't finna parse
Not
words.
the part of shooting you down.
So hold on.
Not the part of shooting men down makes
If
her
that
feel good.
initiates
But
a
when you all
dopamine
say
release,
something,
you derive pleasure from it.
But when you shoot
I was almost with you, Sean.
No, but when you, hold on, but when you
This one stepped
hold on,
in.
so let me ask you a question though. But when you shoot a man down, let's just say you give a man an opportunity to, to come into your realm or whatever the case may be, you realize that you shutting down all of that extra dopamine that you would get if you just turned them down. You feel what I'm saying? So it benefits you to turn a man down than to give a man the attention. Because guess what? If you give a man attention, then guess what? You're going to lose out on 30, 40 more dopamine hits that you can get by entertaining this guy, right?
King David,
I know it's
I
gonna
am not thinking
Hold on,
about my dopamine.
Hold on, Tom, why you
When a man approaches me and I shoot him down, I don't say to myself, "Oh, my dopamine." No, I'm not thinking about that.
I don't know.
That because
It's a
men
good
actually
system.
think that way.
It's a good system.
Men actually think that way.
We do. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna and to bring it back,
Yeah.
like you were
Straight
saying,
up.
to bring it back. So say for instance, a man is trying to get one woman, right? In particular, we'll turn down other women, even though it's a compliment to us. So that this one in particular is paying attention to all of this, and we turn it down. Don't mean that we don't appreciate. Don't mean that it ain't hitting right here. But at the end of the day, it's still a hit. You feel what I'm saying?
Focused.
We're focused.
That's
We
how
can
y'all
do
focus.
that. Yeah, we can do
Most
that.
of y'all can focus. My bad.
Whoa,
Hey, Crystal, come on now.
Whoa.
See, that was had to do that.
Why is you me for the nuts?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's why she hit on.
I'm just saying.
That was nice, Chris.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
I know y'all personally. I'm just saying.
hey, forget going for the shot. She went right for the
I
nuts.
want your flag and Tanner's on that one. We need a flag.
That's 15 yards. That's automatic ejection.
She's out of order. Y'all out of order. We're all out of order.
Crystal, tell me how you really feel.
I just did.
Because I think you taking it easy on this right now.
I just told you how I felt.
Man, we just unfocused, undisciplined, savage heathens.
Not tonight.
Basically.
We can focus a plenty.
I've been led into an ambush. I've been led into an ambush.
Once you start talking next to her, it's on, bro. I was only a matter of time,
She just
nigga.
had 6 dopamine shots just
She
did.
did that feel good, didn't it? Look at you.
Yeah.
We about to hold
I got
up.
my ladies in the house. They shaking their heads. Yep,
She
that's
about to
right.
hold up.
That's right.
This feel good, but guess what? The crash is coming. And you gonna be depressed. You gonna be mad you mistreated us, Miss Crystal.
Which shows you on? Which shows you on?
You gonna be Pookie up here. I need some dopamine. Yeah, you gonna be high as a kite. You gonna be high at the top of Tibet. I'm talking about the monk next to the bell, man. You gonna be high as hell.
Whatever. Shut you down.
Never.
Shut you down.
That's my bell. That's my bell, punk.
So outside of dopamines, we done.
They done beat that to death. I didn't expect that, dog. I appreciate
that.
though.
That felt good though. What other addictions? Is
Was that a
something
dopamine?
What other?
Well, they all lead to that. So
So what other addictions?
the
And then
things
how
that
do
lead
we-
to that.
How do we address resolving or getting off these highs? Like for instance, for me at times I may take apps off my phone so I ain't even looking at them. Or something.
Okay, what about
We gotta talk about the dating apps.
Dating?
What about the other apps?
I'm not on
The dating
that.
apps.
Oh,
That's huge dopamine.
Plenty of fish.
Nah.
Oh, bro.
Hey, Facebook.
Is that an app, nigga?
Black Planet.
Hey, Facebook got one.
That nigga said Black Planet.
Yeah.
Facebook has a dating app?
Yeah. That's where he got all them kids in.
All right, so I think. All right, let me answer your
That's how he
question.
met her. That's how he met her.
Yeah, that's how he met.
That's
me
how he
answer-
met the young woman. Yeah, that's how he met her.
Well, I'm gonna answer your question.
I met the young woman in church.
Y'all ones is wild. So if you're addicted to something, I think the very first thing that you need to do. Self-assessment. Even before self-assessment, because you got a problem.
What if you like this?
You hooked on something. But it is manifesting in negative ways. The first thing to do, which is the hardest thing to do, but must be done, is cold turkey. Cold.
Well, no, you gotta admit it. You gotta
Cold.
admit it first.
The first thing,
You talking about?
First thing-
I'm saying you already know.
You didn't hear what he said earlier.
You already know. No, because he said the same thing. He said assessment.
You have to
He said
No, so
assessment.
he was like, what if you would like
What
the
if you like
addiction?
But and I also said if you understand that it's also manifested in negative ways in your life, whether patterns or actions or thoughts, is if it's costing you either a mental cost or a tangible cost, you know that is something you got to back up off of right away. And the first thing to do, of course, is admit you got a problem.
So hold on.
But the next thing to do is you got to figure a way to divorce yourself from said
But to
thing.
be real though,
You gotta find your triggers.
But to
what
be
sets you
real-
off, man.
to be real, you only gonna substitute one for the other. Because addiction.
That's according to your guidance.
No, hold on. Listen.
That's according to your guidance
Hold
and
on.
philosophy,
We
bro.
about to get deep, and I don't want to get too deep into it. But
We got
hold on.
intelligent people in here talk
Listen,
that shit.
Hold on, addiction only begets addiction, right? Because if I'm addicted to one thing,
Nah,
hold on,
nigga, that
just
shit was
listen.
on the crack
Hold
attack
on,
box.
hold on,
That
listen.
shit.
Hold on. If they want me to get off of drugs, what they gonna do? They gonna get me
They give you
addicted
drugs.
into the church.
That
right?
depends
Hold
on what it is. It's
Hold on.
methadone for only one thing.
But
Ain't nothing else got an equivalent.
No, I'm talking about.
he's
I'm
right.
talking about
Give you
the
another
mentality.
drug.
You trade one addiction for the next addiction.
That's right.
Because a
They give you
dopamine
another drug.
fix does not go anywhere from a kid. We're taught dopamines from a kid. You give pleasure for whatever
Sugar,
the case may
candy,
be.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to choose what the best.
Substitution, what you talking
You
about?
only choosing what the best dopamine is for you that benefits you on a broader scale. Because one may set you back in life where, as if I'm addicted to sex, then that's going to set me back financially. It's going to set me back on my personal time. So what can I substitute this dopamine for with one that's going to be able to be sustainable all the way around the board?
Well, it's
Better
that,
for you.
it's the activity.
So you always
It's the activity
Right.
that releases the dopamine.
You will never ever get away from a dopamine fix in your life. You're always going to
Red
find, you're going to
Kool-Aid.
substitute it for something.
The
That's what I'm saying.
activity and the thing. Yes, sir.
You,
That
you,
part.
right, you're
Red
always going to have a
Kool-Aid. That's
dopamine
all.
fix. That's what I'm
Red
saying.
Kool-Aid.
You gonna
So-
check out of here something for
Red
something.
Right.
Kool-Aid fixing
Hey, listen.
everything.
I'm getting myself to bail again. Listen, I'm 2 bails up. Y'all better catch up. Y'all better catch up.
That was a jewel. You talking jewel right there, bro.
Yeah.
That was, you like that? You like that? You like that?
He's self-motivated.
What about the
Okay.
What about the addiction to like gossip and things of that nature?
Gossip.
That's a
Oh,
real one.
yeah.
I'm
That's
not
a real one. That's a
I'm
real
not addicted
addiction.
to that at all.
That's a feminine.
What'd you
Hold
say,
on,
Dan?
hold on, let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question.
It is.
Let me- Hold on, hold on. That's how we gonna get it.
Oh, we got some
Let me-
side
let me get it.
eyes
Let me
on
get
that.
it.
Ooh.
Did
Yes,
you
sir.
watch the Cat Williams interview?
It sure
Which
is.
one?
The one he just did with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
That's gossip. All day long.
Because I watched it.
All day long. Yeah, you addicted to it. You watch 3 hours of a man gossiping about what's going on in the industry.
I ain't
You
seen
know,
it.
I said I watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole thing. You didn't say that you didn't watch the whole thing.
I watched the
We
whole
all watched the whole thing. I watched it twice. I watched it twice.
Is it really 3 hours?
But I don't think that's being addicted
If
to
you look
gossip.
down at the
Because I
bottom of the
watched
screen,
it,
it shows
that's
how long it
addicted
is.
to
You watch the
gossip.
first 10 minutes
I don't
and shut it
gossip,
off because it ain't
No,
working.
I watched a bunch
What?
of shorts
What?
on this shit.
Nah,
Oh. I
It's-
disagree with that.
It's
I disagree
funny,
with
but
that.
it ain't worth shit.
I
But I
disagree
did
with
save it though.
that. Hey, you say that's
I ain't
even
watching
worse. I ain't saving it. I watched it twice, and I'm
I ain't
done.
watching it.
I ain't watched it twice, but
So-
the
so-
first
All
time.
right, let's
I'm gonna
stop.
go.
Let's stop for a minute.
Oh,
What are we identifying as gossip? Let's start with that.
That's
Anything that doesn't pertain to you.
Reality.
Even facts.
Anything that doesn't. Hold on, gossip. Hold on.
Passing on
It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
that is
Hold on. It
not
doesn't.
okay.
It doesn't matter if it's a fact or not. If it doesn't pertain to me,
Google
and we hold on, we all do it. If it doesn't pertain to me, it's gossip. Why? Because it doesn't affect what I'm doing in my life. So at the end of
Paul,
All right,
is
come
that true?
No, that's
No, I
that's
don't- I don't-
some of that.
Y'all
If-
feel that's
I don't
true?
know.
It's
What's going on?
business that don't pertain to you that you are talking about to
That's
other
not
people
gossip.
like you a subject matter
Thank you.
expert.
It doesn't matter. Hold. A fact.
And you're doing it for entertainment,
Hold on.
to form a bond, or to disparage somebody,
A fact-
or just to feel like you
Okay,
got
hold on.
something to say.
Here we go. Here we go. Google.
Because Google know everything.
Like
or
Google's right.
unconstrained conversation or reports about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true.
That's
Now,
gossip.
what
That's
is-
the part about gossip.
So-
That's the
That's
big
what
part
does
about
that saying
gossip.
say?
When you
What
talking
does-
about somebody, you don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on.
What
Time
does
out.
Bing
You
say
don't know if
gossip
it's true
is?
or not.
She went to the
What is
Caucasian
the
definition.
Hey, let me.
I think black people can relate
No,
to the Caucasian definition.
No, that's the Caucasian version of gossip. Gossip in the black community is anything that's going on that doesn't pertain to you. Because if
I think that's just being nosy. I don't think that's
No, that's gossip.
That's just being
But
nosy.
the part about it is talking about someone and the things that you're saying, you don't know that they're true or not. That's what makes it gossip.
Unsubstantiated
That's what makes it
information.
right.
That's what
makes
makes
it
it gossip.
hold on,
Yes.
gossip is always
real
gossip is
definition.
always fact-based information though.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
Ah,
Say what?
No, it's
No,
not,
it's
bro.
not.
sometimes it's not true.
No,
Well, not based. I'm not saying everything. It's always embellishment.
What's that, brother? What the fuck?
He said an insurrection.
Insurrection.
Damn, January 6th.
You gonna drop the bell on that one? That was a new word. You gotta get your word
Gossip
game
was
up.
considered just running your mouth.
That's
Right,
what
exactly. That's gossip.
About
Running your
other
mouth.
people,
It has nothing to do with
who
you.
what they doing has no impact on you.
But
And you
usually
right.
what you're
Hearsay
talking about is
information.
not
Yeah,
true.
but watch
Now,
it, but
you don't know it's true.
Cat Williams, in my opinion,
But you don't know it's true.
was
That's not
trying
gossip.
to
You know what I
let
heard
people know
so-and-so said about
everybody
so-and-so?
you look up to ain't like that. And so I didn't consider it
Then he
gossip.
should have changed how he said it.
Man, say that shit into the camera, bro.
That's your
You
opinion.
don't know it's true.
That's just how you took it.
No.
Because you can say something,
Did he say
I can
he did?
receive it, he cannot like
Yeah.
it. See what I'm saying?
Is that true? Is that gossip? What
Okay.
Spaghetti and TD Jakes?
So if you are talking about allegations,
Hold up.
Swallow.
You say anything about TD Jakes, you might as well let R. Kelly out right to now.
Swallow.
Let R. Kelly out.
Swallow.
Because ain't nobody proved that nothing.
He ain't swallowed.
They let Bill Cosby out.
I missed that.
Hey, and call us spade a spade.
Let's get swallowed.
I missed
Swallowed.
that, and that was probably a
Have you ever
good
been
thing
swallowed?
that I
You
missed
know
that.
what? First thing.
He put some extra W's in there too. I ain't never heard.
Matter of fact,
that was a long.
13 W's.
hey,
In a sermon, I never heard nobody say swallow with 13 W's. Let's just say that.
Soon. Did y'all see
You
that?
still talking about the types of addictions here?
Hold on.
I think this show is a wrap.
Before we do that.
On our next episode
Before you
of
do
The
that.
Mailroom.
So obviously that's the one that generates a lot of conversation. Good. Can we get off gossip and get on something else? Do we got any other addictions that are not commonly talked about, or are equally as devastating?
Have you ever been swallowed?
Speak to it, my boy.
Power.
Speak to it, my boy.
Hold on, no. The biggest addiction that we know, is power. And what do we equate with power is money. So when you equate power and money to an addiction, people feel like the more money they have, the more power they have. The more power they have, the more dopamine is released in them based on how they move. So really, we're looking at all the surface level things about dopamines, but really when you boil it down, it boils down to money and it boils down to power. That's what the classism, that's what sexism, that's what everything boils down to, because at the end when you boil it down, it boils down to a social status. So all of these things is based on that. I was gonna hold that back. But
Bars.
that's 3.
Bars.
I'm out of here.
We don't know what he said.
Don't let a comedian fool you, baby. You know what I mean? We as you shop up here. You know what
All
I mean?
right.
I googled that by the
But
way.
look at the camera on
Go
this
ahead.
one. Put it right here. Right here, bro. To get back what we said originally, dopamine is not the sensation that gives you pleasure. It is a motivator. It is the bridge. It is the thing that helps you to continue to do the thing that derives pleasure from. Dopamine is not the chemical that causes pleasure. It is the reinforcer that makes you to keep doing the thing.
This ad was sponsored by Trident.
Oxytocin.
Not at all.
Oxytocin. Serotonin. Okay? Those are the things, the chemicals that directly give you pleasure.
What is that? You say serotonin?
Serotonin.
What about melatonin?
Oxytocin. Ain't got nothing to do with it. You being funny. You being funny,
I
Brad.
just toned it popped in my
You
head.
being funny.
I started to say Tony.
Okay, so getting back to what you're saying about the power dynamics,
Come on,
about how
let's
having money and wealth is like
got 2 minutes.
it's like the
2 minutes, wrap it up.
ultimate thing with dopamine. Okay, they say that power is the ultimate aphrodisiac, and yes, it can have you engaging in activities that will cause the release of dopamine.
He did it.
But a broke son of a bitch can engage in activities that release dopamine. So it ain't about the dopamine, it's what you're doing that's triggering it. Now ring the bell for that shit.
What about Adderall?
And on the next episode
That's an
of
unsolicited
The
bell.
What about Adderall?
That's an unsolicited bell.
Uh-oh, my man coming back to the mic.
What about Adderall?
Hey, you next time, anytime you come to speak on the microphone, you cannot be reading off a phone.
What about Adderall?
What
if you like
Hey, we change your minds. One thing that you have to do is get out of your comfort zone. In order to create change, you got to be the change. You got to get out of your normal environment that you thrive in. If you want to be something different, have a different mindset, you got to do something different. You got to put yourself in a different place. you do something consistently for 30 days, you can change your habits. You can break yourself from certain addictions and things of that nature. But you gotta want to do it. You gotta put in the work. You gotta put yourself in environments that you are not used to being in. Get yourself out of your comfort zone.
Hello?
You gotta have an accountability partner. Somebody that you know that you can go to and talk to and be like, look, I'm trying to do this, this, and that. I need you to check on me. That's somebody that ain't gonna be like, girl, let's turn up, dude, let's turn up, or whatever. You need somebody that's gonna hold you accountable for whatever it is that you're trying to do to make that change.
So basically, brother, so when you get into that rabbit hole, what's the best way to just get yourself out that rabbit hole?
The first thing to realize is that you have a problem.
Hello.
Recognize your
That's
triggers.
first and foremost.
Let's go.
Recognize that
your
you got a
triggers.
I
problem.
knew it was in the
You
video.
got to say it
The
first.
rabbit hairs.
Make sure that you got a problem.
I can't say it for you.
Because once you recognize you got a problem, then you can do something about that.
Hello.
So,
So
just
today is about understanding my problem.
Recognize you got one because oftentimes when you do the analysis,
Today is.
you realize you are the problem.
so the mailroom, we aren't just jokes and things of that nature. We do have some serious points, and we recognize in life you gotta implement changes, and it's like if you want to eat an elephant, the only way you can do it is one bite at a time. One bite at a time.
Hold on, time up. That's a hell of a reference.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
You can
But
say
it's
chicken or
but
something.
how many times you
Ain't
say that
nobody ain't no
the
elephant.
elephant is in the room?
Are we elephant eaters in here? That's a 2-year meal. Who eating elephants?
Hey,
Exactly.
but you,
I know they say
it's a 2-year meal,
I
but
know
it done took 45 years to get
I know they
there.
say let's address the elephant. Nobody said let's cook it.
Right. Or eat it. That's a new one. Or eat it.
Every day you wake up, you eating that.
That's a new one.
Yeah, some brontosaurus with
Do we gotta eat the trunk? Do we gotta eat the trunk?
I ain't know they meant put dressing on the elephant.
Do we got to lick the toenail?
Yes. The saying the elephant in the room a whole different meaning.
The elephant is in the room. We're gonna take care of the elephant in the room. We're gonna saute that motherfucker up. Have some barbecue elephant
Hey,
ribs.
son, dog.
Bamboo toenails.
Saute elephant knuckles. Listen,
We're gonna eat them
You
elephant.
putting season all on the ears, nigga. What's wrong with you?
We're gonna eat them elephant
Hey,
ears.
this is another episode of the Mail Room. I have been your host, Amar Rashad. Going to my right,
Big city, Chi-Town, stand up.
to my left.
Crystal Sessoms, writer, director, producer, aka Sable Liqueur, who advocates professional help if you really feel like you have a problem that you cannot overcome when it comes to addiction.
Big facts.
Call
Big facts.
God.
Big
Don't
facts.
call me.
To my other brother right here.
Hey, Sean Money Lamont, you know what it is. Hey, 757 CPR, baby. 75 CPR. Call me. I got you.
The Jamaicans been tricking us, man. They've been giving us oxtail. We about to try out elephant tail next. But I am King David, comedian, all one word in those places. I don't tell jokes, I make people.
I'm trying to tell you something.
LL.
Let him
He can't get it out.
Come on,
He
stop.
can't even get
Give
it out.
that scoop roadkill. Give that roadkill with the gravy on top.
It's me, Scott, aka the original Box Pop, aka Valedictorian.
What it is.
Choking folks out on the record.
Come on, liverless wonder.
Come on, groups.
Fuck.
Hey, that's the iron liver right there, for real.
Oh shit.
Come on, man.
You wrong for that.
You see this book? Can you see this?
That's his. That's his.
It said people to kill. Oh, you gave it to me.
Oh my
Go
God.
ahead, man.
All right.
Hey, like I said, I'm the janitor, man. Slick Riff. On Tubi. Hey, look, I got a movie on Tubi. It's called Mother of a Day. Go check it out. It's free.
Oh!
Again, on Tubi, Mother of a Day. I'm playing the preacher. Pastor Wilson. I'll let you boy.
Y'all, the outro shouldn't be longer than the show, but okay, here we go.
Tell you what.
You can breathe now, man. Come on.
I can breathe.
Go ahead, hit him there.
Come on.
Yeah, you still ain't did an outro.
Oh, that's easy. Look at
Is
me.
it?
5 minutes. Come on, man.
Liquor is part of dopamine, but guess what? It's the most exciting part of dopamine because it can lead you down an endless avenue of wonders.
And this is a doggone intervention season. Hey,
It should have been an intervention. It should have been an intervention episode.
An intervention even happened after the show.
my name, I'm your host, Ahmad, and we have been
The Mail Room.
Thanks for joining us, man. Y'all just
I can't take no more, y'all, man.
What's wrong with y'all, man?